I'm inspired and grateful to Villanova, and I'm so honored to receive the St. Thomas of Villanova Medal. Many ask me, so what was involved? Here you go. My number one source of give back, Villanova. It started with my dad, class of 1930, C. Paul Meyer. And it became a 3-generation legacy. My brother, my sister-in-law, my niece Madison, and more to come. My give back extends from my friends, my fraternity brothers, from the 70s and 80s all the way up to today. My collaborators like Bob Burns, Dan DeLulla, and so many others. But it really kicked into overdrive when I was CEO of a top consulting firm on innovation, guiding and leading Fortune 500 companies. The new dean of the business school, Jim Danko, recruited me looking for funds. And I said, I'll give as long as I can do it through innovation. So over the next 15 years, we set about reinventing the business school and then moving across the entire university.
Here, Patrick Meyer. Patrick is on my Dean's Advisory Council, and he's actually one of the very first alums that I got to know quite well here. We set up a lunch in New York City, and I have to tell you, it was one of those kind of exciting, energizing discussions that you have with someone. By the end, I think we were kind of drawing on the tablecloth and on the walls, coming up with about a million different ideas. And by the end of that conversation, I think the term ICE was coined, which stands for Innovation, Creativity, Entrepreneurship, which has become a feature of the business school.
For you, my goal is to put an edge on what you're doing. I'm focused on innovation, and I'm focused also on Business 3.0.
So I provide the initial seed funding for the Innovation Center and also began to build it with Dean Danko, the Dean's Advisory Committee. Importantly, Pat Magidi came on board to lead the ICE Institute, and he became our champion of innovation and started to move across the business school. ICE was a strategic component in the VSB long-term plan. Our goal, to get into the top 20 and to have every student graduate with a bit of ICE in their DNA. We came in at number 18, then 13, and all the way down. And then we became the number one undergraduate business school in the country. I helped Villanova do its first TEDx as one of its keynote speakers. But there was one other piece to drive innovation across the university and the business school, called the Meyer ICE Awards. Its role was to recognize innovation and entrepreneurship, and to do it annually for students and professors. So students created ideas, many of which went on to the marketplace, like Evil Genius. When Villanova won 2 championships in 3 years and Coach of the Year for Jay, we gave him a Meyer ICE Award, honorary, for the innovation on and off the court by he and his coaches. And a big collaboration was with my fellow fraternity brothers from Delta Tau Delta, and this group of brothers became one of the top affinity groups giving to Villanova. And lastly is my collaboration with the Villanova Club of South Florida. What a great team. And a thank you to Father Peter and Dean Pat, to Joe, Sherry, Ann, Dan, Bob Burns, and so many others.